So anyway, before I pass the mic to Arthur, I just wanted to say, we've been campaigning for a really long time. And at the beginning, you start out, I think, when you have a candidate who really wants to make a difference and make change, you have to start with your family because, of course, they're the people who are on your side. And, you start with your parents, our parents, and our siblings, and you drag in the spouses and the children, and your friends and your cousins all show up. And you have a campaign going. And then you have somebody like our Aunt Jean, who's here tonight, who has that open house campaign, and you pray 20, 25 people will show up. And then it turns into something like this. You have all these people who show up and support and hold signs and write checks and do all those things, walk in the parade, stuff an envelope, all those things that so many of you who are in public service know. And I think what's most important for me to say to Arthur is one person can make a difference. You have all the support, but Arthur, you've made a difference in the city of Marlborough and for the citizens of Marlborough, and I think that's what I know I'm most proud of, the work you've done. And so we just want to say thank you. And so for me and Beeves and Jerry and Reno, and from Mom and Dad and Anne Marie from above, we love you, we're proud of you, and cheers to you, Arthur. Congratulations.
This is just unbelievable, but I've been so fortunate from day one. My family and my friends are unbelievable, and they're always there. And when I said the other night that I just sat there and tried to absorb all I could over the years, I really did. I think if Matt's still back there, Matt Hasselpass, we sat down and did. He was probably one of the first contracts I negotiated 12 years ago, and I believe he knew more than I did, because I didn't know shit. But we did it without the attorneys in the room, and I did that with as many unions as would sit down with me. I wanted to be fair to them, and I think they, in return, were fair to the city. They've done a fantastic job. I mean, the residents, I can't ask for enough. I think I started with 35,000 residents, and I'm up to 43,000 residents. It's really been a fantastic ride. Nothing I expected. When I first got talked into it, I thought it was going to be a 2-year stint in the city council. My mother couldn't go into grocery stores because of things I said. I would leave the council office, and Karen would yell at me in the council office. Then I would go home, and Susie would yell at me at home. And it's like, Jesus, I thought I was saying the right thing. She said, it's not what you're saying, it's how you're saying it. But it really, I can't thank all of you enough, because everyone in this room was what made it possible. And Diane wasn't kidding, that whether you held signs, or whether you called 10 people before election day and said get out to vote, or whether you wrote a check, just talking it up at the grocery store or whatever, to help me get those extra votes, because those 42 votes made a difference at the beginning. And I know that was my doing, not anything that any of you did, but I've had a phenomenal team since the beginning. I've had some great people. Mike's been with me since the beginning, and Trish. I know Candace is here that helped out with us. I mean, we've had a team since the beginning. Nick came in right after Mike, and believe me, it was just listening to them, because they give me advice and they give me the opportunity to just absorb it, take most of it, cut some of it out. Mike's got so pissed off every time he wrote a speech for me and I changed the whole thing. He's been doing that for me for 12 years. And the thing is, I think we have a relationship where he can do that. He knows what I want to say, and I just need to put it in my language a little bit. But again, to all of you, to my family, JD and Bodie, you're going to have to deal with me every freaking day. So I know Grace is down in Georgia right now, but we're going to have a lot of fun down the lake. Thank you all very, very much for 30 years. A lot of fun. Jericho Hill, get up there this winter when the snow falls.
Arthur, don't forget the band. Mention the band.
Oh yeah, all right. We got a band starting at 9 o'clock. If you'd like to stay, you're more than welcome to stay.
Let me know.
Let Meredith know. You know, Meredith has done she's done my mayor's balls for me, her and Bob Kay's. Where's Bob? Bob's been doing it. I think he took over in 1925 or something. And Bob and I have a history. He said some really bad things about me when I was on the council. But I don't have a better friend in the world than Bob Caves today. He's the greatest. And Meredith wanted to, she came into an interview for the chief of staff, and I couldn't waste her talents in my office, and that's why we had the MEDC hired her, and she actually moved with Mike to the city, and she's done an unbelievable job bringing us tons of jobs to the city. Thank you. And I don't want to get into all these thank yous because I'll just have to grab the microphone and go right up the line to every one of you. Again, thank you very much. If you want to stay for the band, go talk to Meredith. You're all welcome to stay. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Arthur Vigeant. I'm a city councilor at large seeking re-election this November. All those in favor of the suspension? All those opposed? Carries.
So this is the guy that I thought I was interviewing with, and as you'll see, pretty stern looking, very businesslike type of fella, and I still had that same impression when I walked out of my first interview with him. It didn't seem like he was going to be a ton of fun, and I questioned a little bit whether or not we were going to actually gel together and whether or not this would be a lasting relationship.
I,
Arthur Vigeant,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts,
to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts,
and I will support the Constitution thereof.
and I will support the Constitution thereof.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I
Arthur Vigeant,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform all duties
discharge and perform all duties
incumbent upon me
incumbent upon me
as mayor of the city of Marlborough,
as mayor of the city of Marlborough,
according to the best of my ability and understanding,
according to the best of my ability and understanding,
agreeably to the rules and regulations,
agreeably to the rules and regulations,
the Constitution and the laws of this Commonwealth,
the constitutional laws of this Commonwealth,
and the charter and ordinances of the city of Marlborough.
and the charter and the ordinances of the city of Marlborough.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I, Arthur Vigeant,
I, Arthur Vigeant,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. Mayor. Just sign right there. It's official.
It's funny, the interview was very genial, welcoming, and very friendly. And my first impression of him when we started working together was not quite that. It was a little more gruff, but that is kind of a first impression and not who he is as an individual. And I think it speaks to his ability to staff the key positions in this city. He saw great opportunities in hiring people like myself, give me a great opportunity, believed in me, but that was not just something he did for me, it was something he did for many others. I know for Meredith at the MEDC, for Chief Georgie at the police department, Chief Breen at the fire department. When you got into the city, you were supported 100% by your mayor. He was strict, he was tough, he was demanding, but it's because he believed in what was best for the city. But he had your back 100% of the way. Whether you're a former employee like myself, current employee, he was there to support you and stand by you.
I've worked with Arthur, which I have to get used to calling him Arthur, for the last 12 years. And he has this little pin in my office that says, because we've always done it that way. And so I've looked at it a million times in the last 12 years, and he really strives for the people that work for him to do better or to find a way to do better, and not necessarily reinvent the wheel if you don't need to, but if there's a better way to do things, why aren't we doing it that way, you know? So I think with that being said, he's made me a better person working for him, and I've, given it, my best. And I'm just proud of what he's been able to accomplish and being able to be a part of that team for the last 12 years. And we've certainly had our challenges and sometimes our disagreements, but in the end, I'm proud of what he's been able to do. And for the city of Marlborough, he's always put the city first. And I think a lot of people don't realize that.
One of the things that impresses me most about Arthur, and still continues to impress me this day, is that he's a workhorse. He was never focused on the next election. He was never focused on higher office. He was never focused on seeing his name on logos or anything like that. He was all about the work, and he kept focused on the work. And when you look at all the successes and achievements that Marlborough has had over the last 12 years, it's because that they had a workhorse as mayor and not a show horse. And I think his example is something that I think a lot of political leaders could really pay attention to, because he never loved anything more than the city of Marlborough and was at his happiest doing things for his hometown and the city he loved. And I hope that when people look back on his tenure, they really take full appreciation of everything he was able to accomplish, but also for the fact that in a political climate that's so divisive that people are always looking for the next rung up on the ladder, they had someone leading their city for 12 years that wanted nothing more than to do the best job for that community.
And I guess probably a few years back, I thought to myself, okay, I know what he's going to say before he's going to say it, so now I know I've been working here too long.
Hello and welcome to Corner Office. I'm Danny Ginden alongside Mayor Arthur Vigeant. Mayor, how you doing?
Fantastic. 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 That was fantastic. Fantastic. That's a fantastic city. Fantastic. Fantastic.
I'm fantastic too.
It's fantastic.